First piece of equipment you need is a CO2 diffuser. You have three options. The first is an intake diffuser, which is made of either glass or plastic depending on what you get. This is my least favorite variety. Second, we have the inline diffuser or inline atomizer. This creates micro bubbles and hooks directly into your canister filter or sump. These utilize the circulation of your filter for diffusing CO2. Then we have the reactor, which is a buffed up version of the atomizer. It dissolves the CO2 into the water before entering your tank, so you don't have a pesky microbubble. The microbubbles can be beneficial. Next up, we have a CO2 canister. This is what you fill and store your pressurized CO2 in. Next up, the most important piece of equipment, a dual stage regulator. It needs to be dual stage or you will have end of tank dump and likely kill your fish. I also recommend having a solenoid on it. A solenoid controls whether it turns off or not. You plug it into a power strip and hook it up to a timer, and that is how you control when your CO2 tank turns on and turns off. Otherwise, you'll have to manually open and close the canister twice a day at specific times to make it work. Just get a solenoid or get a regulator with a solenoid. Something that most people don't realize when you're just getting into CO2 is you need a little O-ring. These are little plastic rings that go between your regulator and your CO2 canister to prevent leakage. Just get a pack of these and change it out every time you refill your tank. Another thing people don't think of is the type of tubing you need to use. Most airline tubing used for aquarium is silicone and is permeable to gas and not stable under high pressures. Because of this, it doesn't work great for CO2 long term. There is specific tubing used for CO2, usually made of polyurethane. This is not permeable and good for high pressure situations like you use with CO2. So get CO2 tubing, not regular airline tubing. And the last thing is used for measuring CO2, either a drop checker or a pH meter. You can measure CO2 via pH drop or via a drop checker with indicator solution.